Okay, you guys, so we're gonna try this again. This is my second time recording this video, at least trying to record this video. IGK, I got kids, so if you hear them in the background, just simply ignore them. Today is Sunday. It is Sunday, August 7th. This video is gonna go up today, so happy Sunday. I just want to come on here and just encourage you guys really quick. Something that has been on my heart for a couple of days. So I had a dream 2 nights ago, a dream of me wanting a slushie really bad. And I was in a truck with my parents, and one of my cousins and a couple other people, but I can't remember the other people. And I just was like, oh, I want a slushie so bad. Dad, stop at the gas station so I can get a slushie. So he ended up stopping at the gas station. He pulls up in park, and we get out the car, me and my cousin, and I walk in, and there's 2 slushie stands. It's one that had like just 3 simple flavors, and then one that had like all these tropical flavors, and he mixed certain flavors, and he gave them names and stuff. And so that's the stand that I chose. So I walked up to the stand, and I'm just like, which one is like your best seller? Like, which one does a lot of people get, like, that's, you know, that people say is really good? And he told me one of them. I'm like, okay, well, give me that one. I'll try that one. So he goes to give me the slushie. I pay him, and I'm guessing this was the owner of the gas station. It was a lady. She walks up, she says something as in to compliment the guy who owned that slushie stand, and she looks at me and she smiles, and I walked away, and so with my slushie. And so I goes to the actual gas station part, and I wanted a bag of chips. So I told my cousin to bend down on the bottom shelf to hand me a bag of chips. And he like, which one? I'm like, those right there. So he gets the bag of chips and he hands them to me. And so we walk into the counter so I can pay for the chips. And then I hands him my slushie so I can reach in my purse and be able to pay for the bag of chips. And so as I'm waiting for the guy to give me once the guy give me the total for the chips, I reach my purse and give him the money to pay for the chips, and he like, ma'am, this is not real. Talking about the money. So I gave him counterfeit money. And I'm just like, what you mean? Like, this not real? Like, I just gave you some money. I don't have no fake money in my purse. So I reached my purse again, give him some more money, and that was fake too. And so eventually I end up giving him real money and paying for the chips. But in my head, while I'm dreaming, I'm telling myself, like, Kendra, this is a meaning to this. Like, this is more spiritual than, you know, than you think. Like, what is going on? So I pay for the chips. He handed me my bag of chips, and I look over to grab my slushie from my cousin, and he had drunk all of my slushie. And I looked at him like, why would you drink all my slushie? Like, that was rude. Like, why would you do that? And he looked at me with this look like, girl, you doing too much. Like, why you doing all this over slushie? Like why you doing all that? That was like the look that he was giving me. And I woke up. And so what I interpret from this dream, so with me being a spiritual person, for people who's new here, I'm a very spiritual being. I believe in God. And the first thing I do when I dream, or, you know, when I first wake up in the morning, period, whether I dreamt or didn't remember or didn't dream or whatever the case may be, I always make sure I talk to him before my feet hit the floor. And so when I do dream, I wake up, I immediately go into prayer, because I don't want to come up with my own reason for the dream, because he gave me the dream, so it must be a meaning to it. And I want to make sure that I am in alignment of what this dream means, so I can receive everything from it that was meant to feed me. So basically what I got from the dream is, you guys, speaking of you guys, I'm speaking to myself and you guys have to be very careful of the environment that you create for yourself. You have to be very careful of the people that you allow around you, people that you pour into, and the things that you do, things that you indulge in, the places that you go. You have to create an environment for growth, conducive for growth. That's what I got from the dream. You have to create an environment conducive for growth, and not just constantly keep pouring yourself out into these things and into these people, and not receiving anything that's meaty, anything that have any substance to it back. You are constantly pouring yourself out. In this dream, I was constantly giving out. I bought a slushie, had my cousin to hold the slushie, and it was all gone. Then I goes to buy a bag of chips, and knowing that I had money, but I was pulling out counterfeit money, meaning that the things that I was receiving back, and it probably came from the stand that I got the slushy from, but the money that I was taking out of my purse that I just assumed was real because I should have had real money was counterfeit, because the things that I was receiving from these other people around me and these things that was around me was not real. It was not genuine. It was not meaty enough. It held no substance in order to feed me and fill me up, but I was constantly pouring out and giving, and that's exactly what I got from the dream. You guys have to really be careful about the environment that you allow yourself to be in, because if it's not conducive for growth, you will not get nowhere. If you're waiting on yourself to be elevated, or for you to become that person that you desire to be, or you to be able to have that confidence to do that thing that you desire to do, you would not be able to get there if you're constantly being sucked dry from the things and the people around you. You constantly pouring yourself out and not receiving. And not to say that God does not give back to you. God does not pour into your cup. Yes, God pour into your cup. God pour into my cup daily, you know, when I go seeking him and things of that nature. But God also is a God of wisdom, and he gives us wisdom, and that's something that I pray for daily. And he's not about to continue to give it to me and pour into me and fill my cup if I'm going to continue to be foolish with it. When you have gifts and when you have things that's working, you know, that was given to you by God, and you know that's something that everybody does not obtain, you have to be very mindful of how you use it. You have to care for it like you nurture a newborn baby, because if you don't be careful, the enemy will allow you to overexert yourself and use that gift to come against you. Use that gift to where it affects you more than it builds you. And that gift is meant to build you and elevate you and help you get to that place where you figure out what your purpose is and figure out who you are, so that you can finally walk into your destiny, or walk into your promised land, the things that God has promised you, the things that you desire, the place that you desire to be, the person that you desire to become. And if you don't be careful, you will literally allow your gift to be used towards you by the environment that you have around you, the environment that you create. So let's think about it. Let me turn it into layman's terms, if that wasn't lame enough. So let's think of a tree. Walk outside and look at a tree right now. The soil is feeding the root of the tree, which gives the tree its life. It's feeding the tree so the tree can stay strong. The leaves fall off, turn colors and fall off the tree to feed the soil that once gave it life. It falls off to drop to the ground to give back to the thing that gave it life to begin with, so it can be strong enough to withstand the winter. And so by the time the winter is over with and we come into spring, where we get a lot of rain that falls down to feed the soil, to give the soil the water that it needs, because it just endured a very dry season of the winter, you see leaves coming back off the branches, because now the soil can now produce more leaves, because it was able to take in all the nourishment from the leaves that fell off during previous fall time. You get what I'm saying? So the thing that once fed the tree to produce the leaves was fed by what it produced. So it's a cycle. You get what I'm saying? The soil poured into the tree to produce the leaves, and the tree gave back to the soil by giving away the leaves to feed the soil. And so that's how the tree continues to keep its life year after year after year. And that's the same thing that I'm trying to explain to you guys about, you know, creating an environment to where you can, to where it's conducive for growth, to where you're not just constantly pouring and not receiving anything back in. And like I said, yes, God does give you, I think I said this, that he does give you things, he does give you energy, and he pour it back into your cup and allow you to have something to be able to give yourself. But God is a God of wisdom, and he's not a foolish God, and he's not going to continue to pour into you if you are being foolish with the things that he gives you. If you're not caring and nurturing for that big heart you have, if you're not caring and nurturing for the wisdom that you obtain, if you're not caring and nurturing for the money that he allows you to be able to make abundantly, like he won't continue to give it to you. He gonna snatch it away from you because he see that you are not caring for it. Just how you care for a newborn baby, that's how you should care for your gifts, care for your blessings that God gives you. So let's break it down another way. A farmer, everybody knows that a farmer or anybody that plant a seed, somebody who has a garden, knows that they cannot just plant their seed in any old soil. The soil have to be a certain way to be conducive for growth, to be conducive for an adequate amount of growth, the proper amount of growth that they know that they need in order for it to be successful. They would not sow their seed nowhere to where the soil, or in no time of the year where the soil is not properly, the environment is not properly conducive for growth. It won't happen. If they do that, they don't get nowhere near what they want in return. They don't get what they was expecting in return because they did not sow their seed in an environment conducive for growth. And so you guys have to be very careful, speaking to myself also, very careful, because as a person who has currently broke out of the shell of being a people pleaser, broke out of the shell of just constantly doing things other people's ways. And that's another thing I got from the dream, when I was like, give me the slushy that everybody likes, opposed to getting something that I know that I will probably like. I wanted what it was like, what's your best seller? That's what I wanted. And then still was not able to reap from it because my cousin drunk all the slushy. And that's what comes from, that's what comes from you not doing what you know is the right thing to do. You're following the trends and the things of the people that you're around, the environment that you're around, and not doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing to produce that person that you know you desire to be, or to produce that thing that you know you desire to do. And so the dream just has so many different meanings in it that I pull from it, but to just sum it all up, you guys have to really start chopping that environment down, like chopping things away and adding things to the environment so that you guys can have an adequate amount of growth and become the person that you desire to be and do the thing that you know you were born to do, so we all can live great, happy, joyful, abundantful lives. And yeah, just how I want it for myself, I want the same for you guys. So I hope you guys take this and you guys use it and analyze your environment and your surroundings, and yeah, and grow. We want growth. We promote growth over here on this channel. Becoming. So yeah, okay you guys, so this video has come to an end. As I was trying to close it out, my camera died, but thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are still watching me talk right now and you're not subscribed, girl, what are you doing with your life? Clearly, because I'm confused on what you're doing with your life. Hit that subscribe button, girl, and join the family, because as you can see, we are big on growth and becoming the person that you desire to be, or becoming your higher self over here on this channel. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button so this channel can grow. Thumbs up to this video so more people can find out about this channel. And yeah, share this video, because if I benefited from this video and it was me talking, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out here that can benefit from this video, who are literally so close to becoming that person and completing that thing or doing that thing that they know that they're supposed to do, but cannot break through the barrier because of the environment that they are around, that they have created for themselves, and they just need a little push, a little help. Share the video, share it to everybody you know. Copy the link, screen record it, post it on your social media, whatever you got to do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will y'all will see me, but I will talk to you guys in the next video.